Alright, what's going on, guys? Yes, Fortminorproject back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in today's video, I will be basically catching up and talking about the past two NXT takeovers that were able to take place. I never got the real full chance to actually review them, so I'll get right underway with them and talk things over and discuss some things that happened along the way for NXT. And this one was basically where we saw the Royal Raiders taking on then Aleister Black and Ricochet, with them being as a tag team and everything else like that. And it was actually going good for a little while until they actually ended up, going their separate ways. But of course, things turning out a bit more better for the time being for Ricochet. Of course, dealing with the United States Championship and all that. And then Aleister Black, really just trying to start his singles run now and everything. And then the War Raiders going on to being the Viking Experience and the Viking Raiders, so which is a lot better name than the Viking Experience, but they still kept the name for the finisher, which is retarded and stupid. But in the end, this one, enjoyable match from what I remember, and the Royal Raiders were able to get their win, so no really complaints with that. The next match where we have Team Dream and as well Matt Riddle and going at it for head to head and everything, and this one was actually really cool seeing these two, and hopefully I'm sure these two will be on the main roster at some point. And we had the Dream, yes, Team Dream, getting the win over Matt Riddle, so there you go. Also, where we had a part of NXT UK just a little bit there with Pete Dunne and Walter. I've been enjoying these two, especially in NXT UK, and I get more of my fix there on both NXTs. So, of course, with these two, not a disappointment. And of course, Walter defeating Pete Dunne for the NXT UK Championship, and now he's with Imperium, if I got that correctly now, and everything. And for being on his own to being with a group, that's really pretty crazy. And actually having Pete Dunne actually finally be defeated after for so long, and Walter actually being that person. Now the question is, who's going to defeat Walter, since he's still NXT UK champion. Then what we have for the women's side of things, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, and as well Kairi Sane. She was there for some of her final times at the time, and Io Shirai. And basically another moment for Shayna Baszler to actually get herself another win, unfortunately, and still trying to keep the women's championship at all costs and everything, and no one's really been able to fully beat her yet. I'm curious to see who it could be at this point. Could be Candice LeRae, that remains to be seen. And the next match where we had Johnny Gargano and as well Adam Cole, NXT title on the line. And then this was just the beginning between these two, and everything else in between. And the feud has been, really enjoyable, and Gargano was able to defeat Cole, and as well we saw the NXT champion then for Johnny Gargano. So that was it there for NXT Takeover New York. And then moving on to the next one, where we basically celebrating 25 takeovers, really. So that's really cool. Here's to 25 more. Hopefully they'll keep it going. And with takeovers, of course, they tend to be more enjoyable than the main roster pay-per-views at some points, and that's really pretty crazy to have that going on. Where else are we going to be able to see some crazy like that other than NXT? Next, where we had Matt Riddle taking on Roderick Strong. On this one, these two going at it back and forth, and Matt Riddle was able to get a win, so that's really cool there. The next match, Tag Team Championships on the line. Insane ladder match too. The Street Profits, the Undisputed Era, Oney Lorcan and Denny Burch, and as well the Forgotten Sons. It could have went to either one of the teams, but Street Profits, I think was well deserved, and it was a long time coming, I will say that, for the Street Profits, so that's really cool. And I wonder who else is going to be able to face them next, and haven't really seen, well, in a way we have seen potential contenders with the Forgotten Sons and Oni Lorcan and Danny Bird, so that could be possibly in the works for the next NXT Takeover. North American Championship, Velveteen Dream, and as well the returning Tyler Breeze, and Tyler Breeze coming back to NXT. Not really necessarily a bad thing. Like, if you're not really doing too much in the main roster and you're looking for something more, going back to NXT isn't really a bad thing, especially for Tyler Breeze. And I really enjoyed, seeing Tyler Breeze be back on NXT, and he definitely does deserve a lot more, and I like his character and everything like that. I just really wish they would have done more on the main roster, even though he was with Fandango and stuff like that. But actually, be a single star. Maybe when he comes back, he'll be able to do that. And Velveteen Dream was able to, of course, retain the championship. And next, where we had Shayna Baszler and as well Io Shirai on this one, and where, of course, obviously Shayna Baszler was able to get the win again and everything. And most recently, we had a steel cage match for the women's title where Io Shirai finally snapped and everything. So that's pretty interesting to see where things are going to go. So we'll have to wait and see. I know Candice LeRae was trying to help her out and stuff like that, so she didn't want her help, and she just had enough, unfortunately. So pretty interesting where things will go. And NXT Championship on the line, Adam Cole and as well Johnny Gargano once again for the NXT Championship. And unfortunately, Johnny Gargano actually lost the title, but Adam Cole was able to, of course, win the NXT title, and couldn't really go wrong with that, really, now that it's basically undisputed, and pun intended if you want to put it this way, and everything. So we got the next couple of takeovers still to come, so there's plenty more, obviously, and as well as the NXT UK one, which I think is Cardiff, for Cardiff, Wales, I believe. So yeah, so that's the next one, I do believe, coming up very soon. So yeah, that's about does it for the NXTs that I was looking to basically catch up on, since I missed doing predictions and reviews. Wanted to catch up, recap, and there is one thing too before I go that I wanted to touch bases on that everybody is also talking about, and now that is with Eric Bischoff and as well Paul Heyman basically being in a way like producers, I want to say, for Raw and SmackDown, except on opposite brands this time. So it kind of made like a throwback to like 2003, 2004. So they'll be helping out and everything, and that should be really, hopefully, maybe the step in the right direction to really change WWE, especially with how booking has been really crap lately, and they just really need a turnaround. And the attendance, that has been really embarrassing, how low that it has been. And I've seen it too when they came here, how empty things were, and that was for a house show. And just see it continue to just gradually just go down. It's just really sad and a little pathetic just to see that. And it's crazy because it's WWE. You wouldn't think that they would have that problem, and you see it in 2019. It's just like really crazy to even think that. So hopefully now things will change and everything. The booking will be better, and then actually now that AEW is around, and we got, of course, the free pay-per-view on Bleacher Report live and everything for tomorrow night, which I'll probably do a review on that. So I'll be looking forward to that. I like to look forward to as well. So what are your thoughts on Paul Heyman and as well Eric Bischoff? What are your thoughts on the current NXTs that just happened and the ones that are coming up as well? Leave your thoughts and comments in the comment box and we'll discuss that. Leave a like on this video. Of course, comment like I mentioned. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date with my videos. And until then, this has been Fortminorproject, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell the next video may be, most likely for some time over the weekend. We'll see. So until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend. See ya and peace.